Good morning everybody and welcome to House and Garden Flipper episode 38. This is the Bands in the Garden Commission part 2. We'll just get into the game. I seem to have completely lost my preview. Oh, there we go. Alright, so loading in. Comfortable furniture is a staple of any modern garden. So that's probably what I forgot last time I did a modern garden. Let's head into the house right now. Oh gee, this garden looks like complete trash. That's okay. There's my thing. I'm just going to go back and finish Bands in the Garden. Hedwig Joyce wanting us to fix up a bit of a disaster area after she had some unwanted visitors. Okay, so there's a utility garden option as well. Concrete and metal are better replaced with wicker and wood. So we'll remember that if we're doing our utility garden, which I might actually make our new office garden. Alright, so in this space here we need to get rid of some weeds. Actually, we've got a ton of these to get rid of. Let's just work on it. There we go. Okay. I always think those little red flowers look so pretty and they're actually the weeds I'm looking for. And I'm looking at it, I'm noticing that they're not coming up on my just work that through. Alright. They're not coming up on my weed map, which is a bit of a pain because they should be. So either I shouldn't be getting rid of them or I'm having a bit of a glitch. Alright, that's beautiful. Okay, so basically we're down to 12% weeds or 22% weeds. I'm not seeing any on my map, but given that some of them ones I just removed didn't end up on my map, I'm just going to be a little bit more careful and do a bit of a search through. Yeah, no, that's okay, but that's not. All right. Tree, no, we're good. We're not supposed to cut it down. There's a reason they won't give us the axe. Okay. What do you mean, Mrs. Joyce? Are you sure that wasn't a weed? Just see her being incredibly impressed with that. Now we do need to mow the lawn, so what I'm hoping is that if I miss too many more weeds, oops, there we go, and there's a couple there. That the mower will get what we miss, but in the meantime we just want to get as many as we can out of here, because we're not going to be able to mow everywhere. We're going to have to use the whipper-snip around the trees and some of the hedge areas. Okay, should have gotten most of these weeds out of here. 4% needs to go. If I remember rightly, they're up by the back fence, unless I got rid of those. That's a bit of rubbish gone. Alright. See, they did bring some rubbish there. We've got rid of all the rubbish in this section. That's pretty good. Now, the only other area the weeds will be, apart from if I've missed them, is I haven't really checked in this garden. But you'll notice we're on a bit of an edge. So I could have some weeds that I've missed around the edges. That looks like one there. Yep, it was one of our weeds. This is our fruit tree area, which we got done last time. It's not too bad, I guess. Right, so now we've moved into a different section. Oh no, back into our wood section. No, can't jump past the bushes. Alright, I'm just going to do a quick scoot around the edge because it's probably somewhere in here. What was that? Oh yeah, Axe not available. So if you'll notice, there's a little bit of a very thin line along the edge where we may or may not have some weeds. So nope, nothing there. Alright. We're going to spend a lot of time looking for weeds. Oh my goodness, I missed some whipper-snipping. Let's just fix that. There we go. Right. Okay, let's do our edges because the mower doesn't do those so well. And don't forget to mow inside the hedge. Alright, it's as best as we can get it. You'll notice that I'm actually aiming right at the hedge and I'm getting a very light green line happening down the side of the thing. That's just how it goes. And we'll just go in through here. Now that should give us a nice clean edge to bring the mower down. So we're actually going to try mowing in this space because it will be quicker than the whipper-snipper. Right, we're also going to have to go around the tree because the mower's not going to cut it around the tree, so we'll just clear that while we can. Alright. If we happen to spot a weed on the way through, we'll grab that as well. If we can. But yeah, so in areas where you've got trees and bushes, you are probably going to do a bit of whipper-snipping as well. Alright, now if I remember rightly, I didn't do inside the hedge this time, so let's just fix that trace up. That'll be a few % of mowing that we won't have hit. There we go. There could be a dark green in here somewhere. Let's just see if we can take it out. There we go. And we'll just head over here and get the mowing done. I'm just doing things in a block. Oops, sorry. Yeah, when you're using the whipper-snipper, at the moment our clients don't complain if we whipper-snip their garden and get rid of their flowers. It's just not something I try to do. There's our rogue weed over there. That should be our last one. Yes, excellent. Good, because I was dreading having to go around and try to find it. Alright, this time we'll try and not to whipper-snip the flowers. So, like I said, I don't think you get penalised for whipper-snipping the flowers. However, there may come a time when you do, so always a good thing to try not to do it to start with. And just get down here. Alright, and we'll do around the tree. Okay, let's see how much of this we can get done with the mower. Oh, love this mower. Just pop it there. Alright, WASD keys to steer and left mouse button to actually mow. And we'll see if I manage to actually get the hang of mowing a little bit better than last time. Most games I'm used to being able to steer with the mouse, so this is a bit of a learning curve. Oops, I've missed a tree. Fortunately I can't mow them, so that's okay. And just basically, this is definitely better than last time I tried mowing. Let's just get rid of the mower and tidy up with the whipper-snipper. The rest of this job shouldn't take too much longer now. Alright, nice. Let's grab that mower again. Ah, yeah. It never lets you put it close to where you are. Let's see if we can drift it around a bit. This is, as you can see, it's so much quicker than the whipper-snipper. But you just your imperfections around the trees, you just got to remember to tidy it. Alright, it's so much quicker than the whipper-snipper once you get the hang of driving it. And there we go. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to work out where I've missed. Oh yeah, on the other side. And maybe that little bit just there. And that really big bit just there. There we go. Oops. Okay. Oh no, what did I just do? Never mind. Okay. As you can see, the tree makes it quite hard for the mower to operate. Let's back it up. Try not to mow the flowers. I think I forgot to whipper-snip in this area. That's right, we'll just do a quick tidy up when we're done. Sometimes you can drift the mower kind of on an angle, but I don't always get that right, so very quickly get this done. There we go. Oops. Looks like she's quite happy with leaving hairy bits of grass around the tree, but I'm not, so I'm just going to very quickly tidy up in here. Make that look a bit swish. And we'll very quickly do around here. And I've definitely missed a bit. Maybe this way. Oh, there we go, along the edging. So alright, and that's that. Our order's 100% complete. So what we'll do is we'll head over back to the office and see what there is there. Get paid first, so that's always a good idea. Glass, metal, concrete, wood, gravel can all be mixed with a modern garden. Alright, but don't do it in a practical garden. This is new. Did you see it just flicked us straight into the office from out of our own garden, which meant we didn't have to walk all the way up the path. It's nice to be able to just come straight back in and do that. Oh, funny, I had that down to 6. 5. Alright, we have a kindergarten, a flooded garden. We might actually not start a new commission today. What we might do is do a little bit of a yard tidy up, and then we might head back to the other house and see what there is to do there. So we'll start setting that up and getting it ready for selling for profit. So what I'll do is I'll do a very quick clean up in one section of this yard, probably just here. And we'll just use the shovel. There you go. So just quickly tidy this lot away, and then I'll head over to the burnt out house. And I think what we'll probably be doing is a bit of a clean up to just to prep it. So that's all that done. So this is generally how I tend to try and get things done, is just do little bits at a time in the house property. Do a mission to keep up the fundage. and then in general just go and try and start doing up the other property. Looks like we might do a very quick mow. Oops, not with that we won't. Grab the mower, back it up, drop it down there, and away we go again. That's what I mean by drifting the mower. You just drift it along the edge. And that's what I mean by not getting it right. So all that means is that instead of having to do the garden in one big hit and do all the mowing and all the cleaning, we can just very quickly do it in little pieces, and then it doesn't seem like such a huge task. But the mower is definitely much quicker than the whipper-snipper when it comes to spaces like this. It's just afterwards you've got to go along and tidy up. Generally keep the brush cutter head down and you'll get all the grass that you need. Around that area there. And around here. Alright. So that section there is almost ready for us to decide what to do with. And this bit of path is driving me crazy, so that's done. So what we'll do now is we'll very quickly just head over to the other property. Maybe not tweak my computer, that would be bad. And we'll see what we need to do to get started on flipping this place for profit. If any of you've got any preferences, if you'd like me to try and flip it for someone in specific, just drop a note in the comments and I'll have a look at those before I start the next episode. I might get rid of the Halloween decor this time round. There we go. But, like I said, one of the things I really love about this game is the challenge of trying to flip a house for a specific client. Okay, oops. I did go a little bit nuts with the pumpkins. They're kind of cute, but... And I like the reflections. Alright, so it looks pretty much like we've done all the cleaning in here and some of the pre-prep. So generally what I do is I like to get the bidders a bit aggro and just bidding against each other. So a lot of green arrows is what I'm looking for on that left hand side. They all like their fittings and furnishings, so they won't generally comment about it, but that tends to help with your price. I also haven't cleaned up the outside of the house, so that'll be affecting the price at the moment as well. Alright, it's a 1, 2, 3 room house with a bathroom. Doing the bathroom up will make the bidders happy really quickly. To really start a bit of a bidding fight, we can get the Johnsons and the Jantarts arguing over a kitchen. The other thing that is really going to help is, actually let's get rid of this wall. The other thing that's really going to help is we do light coloured walls, because most of these people like light coloured walls. And then what we'll do, so you'll notice there's a bit of movement in the corner from the Jantarts going up to the top, and that's basically because we've gotten rid of a room. So they like their houses to have about 2 rooms. This is, however, going to upset the Johnsons and the real estate guy, because they like a few more rooms. Now they're all complaining because of that light switch that's dropped onto the floor. So the Jantarts are like, what a clean home. They're just so sarcastic. Honestly, they're Kids must be really cross with them occasionally. It's like, wait, Mum, do you mean that really is a clean home, or are you just having another go at me? Okay. So to make them happy again, what we'll do is we'll just get rid of those two things. And if you'll notice all the little green arrows up the side, they're quite happy. Because the floor needs probably to be a uniform kind of colour, let's just fix that up. Go to floor panels, floor base pine. And we'll take that down. Actually, I don't think I swished up all of this, did I? No. Alright, so that's just... So it's the other thing, if the floors weren't already light, you would probably see them all making approving kind of noises about how nice it was to have light coloured floors. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn this whole space into a big square space. And we're going to put a smallish bedroom in here. So I guess I better take out that hammer and get to work again. And the reason I'm going to do this is because it makes it so much easier to do a joint living room kitchen in a square room than in a room with lots of little wiggles in it. So I'm kind of being lazy. And the only way to be lazy properly is to put a bit of effort in. Just ask any kid that avoids their homework the amount of work they put into avoiding their homework. It just would be half if they just did their homework. It's incredible. Anyway, so we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to get rid of this part here. And that looks like a miscellaneous wall. Let's get rid of that one. Try not to hit the wall on the other side though. You'll notice as we demolish these walls, the finished walls will vanish, and the walls with little bits left are still in yellow in our mini map. So we have broken it. I think I get a new demolishing skill too. Alright, so there's no more yellow left. So we're actually going to make this a ridiculously small room. I think I may have made a mistake here. Let's have a look. Yeah, maybe. Alright, let's get rid of this. And that. I'd like to be able to move the window. And then of course my other mistake is that if I put a wall here, that's going to be too narrow a room for what I want to do. So I'm going to put this wall back in, but I'm going to put it in without the without that hook that it had in before. I just have to decide where I want to put my door, because that will affect where I can put my cupboards and my shelves. And I think I'm going to put the door back where it was. So oops. 1 and 2, 3. You need 4 spaces for a lintel above your door. So that kind of marks out where you want to go. Which makes this space quite easy to fill in. Just don't get too carried away and put an extra wall where you don't want it. Okay, so what that's going to allow us to do is to have a much cleaner set of walls to work with. I don't mean clean as in not dirty, I just mean clean as in more able to put things up against them. Okay, so this is the space we're going to be working in for our living room and kitchenette area. Bathroom's going to stay as is, and then we're going to pop a bedroom in here. And this is actually going to be quite a large bedroom, which means I can start a bidding war with Traitor, who's the dark-haired guy in the bottom there. The guy with the white hair, I always think of him as the cockatoo hair guy, but there we go. Faster demolition, muscle strength, and upgraded hammer. I mean, who doesn't like a bigger hammer, but let's go for faster demolition. just to start with. So when we go to buyers, the guys I'm trying to start a bidding war in with the bedroom would be Jimmy Trader and Raphael Urco. And depending which of those is higher up will depend on whether or not I put a TV in the bedroom. Because if I put a TV in, Jimmy Trader is going to crack the sads. And Raphael Urco is going to be over the moon, as will Giorgio Shanwa. So those are decisions I kind of make later on. What I do first is the basic build, and then I'll play to whichever customer is close to the top. But I think that's where we'll leave it for now, and in tomorrow's episode I'll get into actually flipping this place for a profit. So thanks for hanging with me, guys, and I'll catch you all later.